Okay, today we're talking earnest money. You may have heard about earnest money when it comes to putting an offer in on a house. And today we're going to go over what it is, why you would need it, and when it's due, who has it, all of the things that you need to know about earnest money before you decide if it should play a role in your contract. Hey there, I am Christina Sparks, realtor with Real Broker, owner, House of Sparks. Okay, so earnest money, let's talk about it. First of all, what is earnest money? In the Missouri contracts, you'll see earnest money as offer price, seller concessions, earnest money. Earnest money is essentially good faith money. It's usually interpreted and used as a buyer telling a seller, I'm serious, I'm willing to put this dollar amount of money before any inspection, appraisal, all of that. This is good faith money that I am willing to essentially lose, put up front with this contract, kind of a down payment. So how much earnest money should you use? If you're a buyer and you're considering earnest money as part of your contract, you're probably wondering, how much should you put down? How much should you offer to put down? Because remember, the earnest money that you put in an offer or in the contract is essentially an offer until everybody agrees to it. So the amount of earnest money really depends on a lot of factors. It depends on what the terms of the contract are. Are you offering a full list price amount? What is the list price? Because if it's a $200,000 house, the appropriate amount of earnest money is going to be different from a $600,000 house. So this really should be talked about with your agent. I think it also depends on what area you're actually in the country, and what is the standard behavior when it comes to how much earnest money. All right, so who keeps it? Is it the agent that you submit the offer to? Is it your agent? Who hangs on to this earnest money? So in Missouri, of course, it could be different in other places. In Missouri, it is the title company who holds on to the earnest money. So as a buyer, if you're submitting earnest money, you're writing a check to the title company for whatever dollar amount was agreed upon, and the title company puts it in that file and holds it. It is cashed. So make sure you have that money. It is cashed and it is held in escrow by the title company. And once you close on that house, that earnest money is credited towards what you need to bring to the table. So let's say, for example, your earnest money is $500. You will get a credit for that $500 at closing. It'll be on your settlement statement, or make sure it is. So why wouldn't you submit earnest money? Let me tell you, it's not all sunshine and rainbows when it comes to earnest money. You aren't guaranteed to get that back should the deal fall apart. So before you submit earnest money, before you offer to submit earnest money, make sure that you understand you could not get that back at all. So in the contract in Missouri, now if you're in another state or you're using different forms than Missouri state forms, make sure you read your contract. But in Missouri state form, it specifically says that the buyer and the seller have to both agree where and how much of the earnest money, where it goes, who gets it, how much they get. Everybody has to agree before the title company will release it. Now, let's say you guys never agree. Let's say the earnest money gets held for an infinity amount of time. After a year, that earnest money ends up going to the state of Missouri. Nobody gets it back. The opportunity is come and gone. So while $500 may not be a lot to some people, it could be everything to somebody else. It is definitely the cost of an inspection. It's just a cautionary tale to make sure that you understand what earnest money is, how it's used, how it's released, all of the things before you just start writing checks. If you bought a house and you submitted earnest money, how much did you submit? Tell me where you're from. Tell me how much you submit. If you have a crazy story, I would love to hear it. I like making videos on crazy stories. I'm going to start doing a short series on crazy stories, real estate crazy stories. I'm going through one right now and we're going to do it. Okay. Anyways, earnest money. If you have any questions about earnest money, please feel free to reach out. I am happy to help answer your questions, happy to help any way that I possibly can. Have a great day.